April Rose.
And I'm Rick DeBrule.
Now, custom builds and Resto-Mods at the 2025 Barrett-Jackson Scottsdale Fall Auction represent a fusion between cutting-edge performance and classic design with an artistic flair, offering a modern twist on many automotive icons.
Exactly. So let's check out the highest-selling Resto-Mods presented by Meguiar's at the world's greatest collector car auctions.
Coming in at number 10, 1967 Pontiac GTO Custom.
And this one's powered by a hot cam LS3 engine, has 550 horsepower, and an automatic transmission with a narrow 9-inch rear end.
It has posi traction by Quick Performance, fully adjustable easy air ride, and Z06 Corvette brakes.
145, now 5, 145, 10 at one time.
Vehicle sits on fully adjustable easy air ride, all four corners. It rides on the shop billet wheels, those 18-inch, 20-inch rears wrapped in the BF Goodrich tires.
Right here, 50. I had to get 150. Now 5, 155, 155, 15, and 155,000 out of 155,000 out of but to get a 55, 5, you're in 155 and a half. Sold for $150,000. Laura on the phone.
Moving on to number 9. I love this one. A 1940 Mercury Custom Convertible.
Now the power is by a cammed LS1 350 cubic inch V8 with 4-speed automatic transmission and true track rear end.
And it also features upgraded suspension with a custom interior.
But this one has had a heart transplant, an interior transplant, although the exterior sheet metal and the trim work are very faithful to the original 1940 design. This is a Corvette LS1 350 V8 engine. Heresy, Sniper EFI in this one, so a real Restomod, all modern conveniences right here.
I don't think it's heresy. LS swap everything. LS swap the world. I don't care. The flathead Ford, certainly a beautiful engine that this may have come with when new. If it were, a higher trim, not a whole lot of power. So this one, the LS, the engine of choice for customizers, and it's easy to see why. It just looks beautiful. The performance is great, and the options are endless. So this one lowered in stance just right. I think this is a beautiful build.
Yeah, a true Restomod in that it was restored to look original, but modified to perform very much like a modern car, and already it is up into the level of being the number 2 sale of the day. Even the trunk inside is beautifully finished with hydraulic struts. Boy, a lot of great thought and work went into this build.
Now look at the 2 bidder assistants working the 2 bidders, one on the block, one down below in that area. You can see them. Once again, they're just trying to make sure. Do you want to bid? Do you not want to bid? We're up to almost $100,000. We got it. The first 6-figure car on Friday.
And I think I found the reason why it's bringing $100,000. Cup holders. They added cup holders to it. Not really. The quality of this thing is absolutely unreal. And now we have broken the 6-figure mark here at Barrett-Jackson. Well, I don't think any stock 1940 Mercury on the planet would bring this kind of money. And that's where the Resto-Mods just rule the world now when it comes to Barrett-Jackson, just rocking the block. Now to $125,000. Wow.
Boy, did you see that? The hammer was in the air where he's holding it. The bidder assistant is going, what do you think? At the last second, he nods his head, and he gets in again. And the guy on the block counter, no, we got phone bidders involved. This guy does not want to give up.
Yes, we'll do that. 135. Yes!
Shane Ratliff's the auctioneer, and he is earning his money on this one.
Phone bidder versus bidder on the floor.
140. I'm at 150. 152. 152.
This is a bidder strategy I see sometimes where the other bidder waits till the last second. They're trying to wait out to kind of just get the other guy frustrated.
152, you got it. Yes.
Well, you could see the guy working the phone bidder was trying to make sure he had just the right number. Shane Ratliff, the auctioneer, wanted to make sure. Those 2 guys worked it so hard. $152,000, far and away the top sale of the auction so far. But remember, this is only Friday. We'll wait to see what happens tomorrow.
Number 8, 1955 Nomad Custom Wagon.
Yeah, this one's powered by a GM crate engine, a 350 cubic inch, 350 horsepower V8 that's paired with a 4-speed automatic transmission.
Beautiful frame-off restoration. This was a 5-year build completed in March of 2025. It has 4-wheel disc brakes and custom Boyd Coddington wheels.
$120,000 now 20 and 120 now 30. Did you get 130? 40 now 40 to bid 40 145 40 at 40 40 40 $140,000 now 45 at 50 and $150,000 at 50 to bid 50 to about 50 150 60 now 65 60 at 65 70 now $170,000 all through all done $170,000 now 70 to bid 70 to buy now 7. Is that what you got? $170,000 all through and a half. Sold! $167,000, Logan.
Time for number 7. This one's a 1962 Corvette Custom Convertible.
It's powered by a hot cam 6.2 LS3 V8 with a Magnum 6-speed manual transmission.
It's got a Dana 44 rear end and 411 gears with power brakes.
I guess about all that it shares with the original Corvette small block V8 is it has 8 cylinders and the 4-inch bore spacing.
Yeah, beautifully done. This one, a 1962, so the last year of the C1 Corvette, but they backdated it to add all the chrome. All this was gone in 1962, but they wanted this to have the gingerbread of the earlier ones from the late 50s with this modern color scheme.
Yes, this has the contrasting color coves, which were not available from the factory in '62. And this is titled as a 62 Chevrolet Special Construction rather than being titled as a Corvette. Not really sure how all that came to be, but what a beautiful build.
Yeah, upgraded LS3 under the hood, so the modern Corvette engine, but a 6-speed manual so you can row your own gears. So I definitely like that. But the suspension all sourced from a C4 Corvette, so a lot of stuff borrowed from future Corvettes in the C1.
And that is why it's titled as a special construction, because when a car does not retain its original frame, what is its DNA other than the little VIN tag that is riveted to that frame? So that explains the mystery. Nicely done.
Well, it's nicely moving forward fast. Just a moment ago it was around 100,000. Now we're at 140.
A lot of money, but even so, could you build it for this? I think that would be a tall order.
Well, it is now the #1 sale of the auction so far, and it's still going.
This is just an appetizer for the Jeff Hayes Corvette that's coming. It's built to an even higher level.
$180,000 and a kiss for that 1962 Corvette Custom. Easily the #1 sale of the day here on Super Saturday.
Number 6, 1971 Chevelle Custom.
Rotisserie built, custom LS engine, 4-speed automatic transmission, power steering, and Willwood 4-wheel power disc brakes.
It also has custom suspension, wheels, tires, interior, paint, and sound system.
This one's also been dip painted, and it's had a little radiator air exit added there in front of the cowl induction hood. TMI interior added. Nice big wide center console, rally gauges. Sharp presentation. No chrome, none to be seen here.
Right, all the trim or the bumpers, everything is either painted or blacked out or just bare sort of metal finish. And definitely works, I think, with the rear bumper where that would have been all chrome with the taillights put in there. But instead it's body color. It looks right to me.
I like it. You know, I would have had fun adding a third taillight to each side, but yeah, that's just me. Living in the past again, I know.
Heresy on not putting it on an Impala or a Bel Air, the top of the line trim. Those men on 200's been stuck at 190 for a while. I have a feeling that's where we may end up unless they can find one more bidder. You see the bidder assistant talking to that gentleman in the skybox, wanting to know, does he want to go up one more notch?
Willwood brakes and those forge line forged wheels at all four corners. A couple $1,000s each. Wow, a lot to look at and a lot to enjoy here.
$190,000 for that 1971 Chevelle. No expense spared in the rotisserie build, according to the consignor.
All right, we're at the halfway point. Before we get to number 5, make sure you like and subscribe down below. It's very important to both of us. All right, a 1967 Mustang Custom Fastback is the number 5 on our list.
This one's powered by a Kenny Bell supercharged 5-liter Coyote with a Tremec 6-speed manual transmission.
It's got a Roadster Shop chassis, coilover suspension, and bare brakes.
And now 210,000 on it. Now 12. And now 10, 12, 112. And now talking to bid, talking to buy. 112, hanging to bid, talking to bid. And now 15. And now 13, 15. And now 215,000 on it. And now 215. 215,000 hanging to bid, all the heaven or die. And now 13, 15. And now 15, 17. You want 17 to bid. And now 17, 20. And now 220,000 on it. And now 220. And now all the heaven or die. And now you done, sir. And now 220,000 on 18, 20. And 19. Bid 20, and now 20,000 on it, and now 220, and now 220, and now 5, and now 225, and now 155, pay it 2, and now 222, now 5, and now $2, now 5, and now 225, and now 225. It would have been a deal. Hammer side, and now 225,000, 3, and now 5, and now 4, 5, and now 405, and now 225, and now packet back, and 225, 7, and now 7, 7.5. So, $225,000, TW.
Coming in at number 4, a 1970 Chevelle Custom Convertible.
Has a supercharged LT4 V8 engine and a 10-speed automatic transmission with a Ford 9-inch rear end.
It features that Ride-Tech suspension, Willwood brakes, power windows, and beautiful custom leather interior.
And it's absolutely unreal. The power, the modern chassis underneath the braking, everything's perfect.
Well, it's described as pastel blue over oyster. They have added a lot of sheet metal here to the interior. What I like is what you don't see. There's no piping, there's no wiring, there's no accessories to be visible at all under the hood. Just this beautiful engine and the brake master cylinder and brake booster. Wow.
And the blue and oyster continues into the interior as well, including sort of a blue hexagon sort of stitching in the seats. It's just the details that send these over the top, and then we see, yeah, here we are, $250,000.
$250,000, meaning that is now tied as the number 4 sale of the auction. And those folks up at the skybox are just ecstatic that they came away with that for very good reasons. That is a spectacular piece of machinery.
All right, we got to the podium, the top 3, and we're going to start with a 1970 Chevelle Custom.
This one has a twin-turbo LS3 V8 and 6-speed manual transmission.
Complete with a custom G-Comp chassis, vintage air, Dakota digital gauges, custom dash, and a push-button start.
And 260,000 on it, out of it to get all through, all done. And 260,000 on it, out of it to get down, $260,000 and a half. Sold for $250,000, done.
At number 2, 1957 Corvette Custom Convertible.
Oh, this one's got a body-off restoration, and under the hood is a GM LS1 all-aluminum V8 engine backed by a 4-speed automatic transmission.
And it features power rack and pinion steering with tubular A-arms, coilovers, 4-link, and 6-piston big brakes.
I'm now 60. I'm in it now 60. I'm in it now 5. What do you want to do now? 165. That here, that'll get paid now 55 and 265, 270. I'm gonna 265, 270. I'm gonna get paid. Yes, ma'am. 260's on the phone. You gotta be 5. I'm at 265. Yes, sir. 265 on the phone. Now 70. I'm at now $70,000 bottom here. I'm at now popping up on 70. I'm at 265, 70. Hammers high. Put your hands together, Scottsdale. I'm at now popping up on 70. I'm at now popping to 70 and I. Sold it, sold it, sold it. 265,000. Laura.
All right, time for the ultimate Restomod at the Scottsdale Fall Auction from 2025. And it's not really a huge shock. The number one sale turned out to be a 1963 Corvette custom split window coupe.
Yeah, this one was built by Jeff Hayes Customs. It's powered by a 500 horsepower LS3 hot cam V8 with an automatic transmission.
It's got power windows, vintage air, AM/FM radio, and a power hood.
Well, over the last couple of years, Jeff Hayes has emerged as the preeminent Corvette restorer and modifier and Restomod builder. His attention to detail is unsurpassed, and his cars shoot the moon here at Barrett-Jackson.
Yeah, it's all in the details, because you can get a custom chassis, you can get an Ellis engine, but to make the Ellis engine look this beautiful as far as everything machine finished, the intakes custom welded there, and a custom chassis underneath to make this thing ride amazing. Actually got to go for a ride with April Rose driving, and there's nothing like it, just incredible.
The attention to detail is evident inside as well as out. I'd love to show you this dashboard and the gauges. They gleam all by themselves. Just look at the finish and the fit and the intention that's been paid even to the numbers there. Wow, that is just gorgeous.
You know, the thing about Jeff Hayes is, number one, he specializes in Corvettes, but number two, he's been doing it for quite some time. So over the years, he has perfected what he does. And this goes back to 2017, and the cars that we'll see, he's got two of them coming up in January, really taken even to a higher level.
The 63 Corvette was one of the very first cars to carry the door line up into the roof like this, instead of just ending at the window. Made for a little quieter ride going down the road. But this car's making a lot of noise on the block.
Congratulations, you got it for $300,000.
$300,000 for that 1963 Corvette.
Thanks for checking out our top 10 Resto-Mods presented by Meguiar's from Barrett-Jackson's 2025 Scottsdale Fall Auction.
And it is critical, and I mean critical, right now, that you click like and subscribe down below. It's critical.